The letters were extraordinary. Every time I got depressed, I felt lonely, I felt isolated, I felt as though the thing was hopeless. I'd reach into some of the letters that my family was able to bring in. Those letters were always incredibly humbling, incredibly strengthening. They made me realise that we weren't in this alone. Certainly the things I remember being struck by was just how wonderful it was to hear about ordinary people's lives. Just very gossipy, chatty letters about the things that people had been doing and what their families were up to, and those were always really wonderful because I was able to leave the cell for a little while and join those families and their lives. I was surprised by how many people wrote from fairly remote communities. And those people also reminded me what was really special about Australia. There were a lot of letters from people like students and my professional colleagues who wrote very passionately about the cause that we were fighting for. The fact that we had so many journalists behind us, the fact that so many of them wrote to me, really gave it purpose, it gave it meaning and significance. It meant that we were fighting for a much larger principle and fighting really for the industry itself. And so it really helped strengthen our spines quite a lot. What's happened out of this is that, however it's happened, I've become very closely associated with freedom of the press. We've got a stage, I've been getting platforms and microphones and being able to open up doors of politicians far more than I ever would have done in the past. And so to walk away from that would feel like an abrogation of a responsibility. So I feel like I really need to keep turning this experience into something productive, something useful, something important, and keep advocating for press freedom.